service and sales. At their highest levels, these two things should be the same. And there's a lot of kickback around this in the industry, but here's the thing. If what we are selling is the right thing, then asking for the business is the ultimate in customer service, right? Customers don't always know exactly what they want. So sometimes customers call in and people think of customer service as just giving them what they want, right? Here's what they asked for, here's what they got. They asked for a blue suit, I gave them a blue suit. That's customer service. That's answering the phone call, answering some questions, giving them some information. It's very reactive. Now, a step beyond that is to be proactive. So the best customer service comes from places like hotels, like Four Seasons. So the Four Seasons will anticipate your needs. They will figure out what's likely that you're going to want. They're going to figure out that, hey, if it's a hot day, you're going to want some ice cold bottle of water or something along those lines. And they will remember your likes and dislikes from the last time around. Customer service is anticipating at its highest levels. And that's what sales is. We're anticipating that your financial needs are going to change. We're anticipating that you're going to run into this problem. And maybe you don't realize it yet, but you're going to realize that cash flow is key. And so we're anticipating those problems and solving them in some cases before our borrower even realizes that that's what they really want. And that is great customer service. So at the end of the day, if what we are offering is the right thing, then we should ask for the business. Now, here's how to ask for the business one more time. And I promise you, if you just do this one thing, ask for the business on every single phone call, your sales will increase significantly. So, asking for the business one more time is an art form. Maybe you've already asked for it. Maybe you foreshadowed that you're going to ask for it. Maybe you told them you're going to ask for it, but they gave you a little kickback, and so you didn't really ask for it. That usually goes something like this. So the next steps would be to sign some documents, put a credit card on file, and proceed with the mortgage. Lock in the interest rate today. But we don't actually ask them to do any of those things. We just tell them, like, that's what we would do if we were taking this to the next step. And then they give some kind of a kickback, like, well, I'm not really sure I'm ready to do that today. And then, we shut down because we want to protect our egos. And we say, oh, yeah, well, you weren't really serious anyway. Call me back when you're serious. But instead, fight that urge today and ask for the business one more time, or for the first time in some cases. So I like to call this one the integrity close, or sleep well at night close. Very similar to maybe the treasure hunter close, because we're finding something that makes us feel good, and makes them feel good, and there's benefit all the way around. So, Mr. Customer, Mr. Borrower, Mrs. Borrower, I hear what you're saying. Acknowledgement. I hear what you're saying, and it sounds like you're not quite ready to move forward. There's some hesitancy there. Maybe you're not sure if this is the right thing to do. Let me put you at ease. So we're calling out the elephant in the room. Like, they already told us they don't want to do this. So let me put you at ease. It sounds like you don't want to do this, or I hear some hesitancy. So we're labeling that and we're putting it out there in the open, right? We're not going to hide behind it and pretend they didn't say that. Here's why I want to put you at ease, or here's how I want to put you at ease. I've been doing this for quite a while. I've helped hundreds of customers. Our company's helped thousands of customers. We closed, $6 billion. I'll throw out some numbers so it makes sense logically. But then hit on the emotion. The most important thing for me, part of what we do is analyze your situation and tell you what's best for you. So we believe that customer service and sales really should be the same thing. If it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do. And I sleep well at night because I ask my borrowers to do what I believe is the right thing. I think we should save money today. I don't think it's going to have the same opportunity tomorrow, but I'm not sure. What I do know is right now, it's available. We can do this consolidation, rename a couple of benefits. We could save $150 right now, and really, when's a better time than now to start saving? Will you let me help you today? And you just ask for them one more time, and you drop in the will you let me help you today? What matters is you think it's the right thing to do, and you're going to ask them to let them help you. Let us help them, right? And that's it. So we're just going to ask for the business one more time in a very polite and professional manner. And if they still say no, or they sound a little bit like, geez, this guy's asking me for the business one more time, just say, well, I hope you understand I had to ask because I thought it was the right thing to do. And that's how I sleep well at night, because I don't know what opportunity is going to come up tomorrow. I certainly want your business tomorrow, but let's go ahead and schedule that appointment. And then schedule an appointment and move on to a hard appointment, move on to that next borrower. So early on in my career, I've talked about the pace setter before. I sat next to somebody who moved very quickly, didn't work a ton of hours, but always asked for the business every time. And I learned this lesson from him. A guy named Jason Pace back in the day. We call him the pace setter. And every team has a pace setter. Somebody who pushes the envelope just a little bit and asks for that business one more time, even though sometimes it's uncomfortable because they've already been told no a couple of times. But the last thing you should do before you get off the phone call is ask for the business. Now, in this particular case, the pace setter worked, probably 15 hours less per week than I did when I very first got into the business. I was gonna grind to shine. I was like, listen, I got the willpower, baby. Like, I wrote like 35 loans that first month. He wrote like 36. and worked 15 hours less per week. And this is back in the day when we were writing like 7.5% interest rates too. But he asked for the business every single time. I did not. I scheduled a ton of appointments and follow-ups. The thing about those follow-ups, I got the same percentage of people off the books, off the fence, right? But it took me 2 or 3 phone calls to get them off the fence, to persuade them, to gently coerce, to gently, I just, come on, won't you? Like, I would use like the beggar's clothes. And he would just say, hey, will you let me help you today? And he would move on to the next one. And he would get a certain percentage of the people to move forward that day that took me 3 times as much time to get off the fence. And that time is valuable. So if that person was willing to get off the fence in day 1, why was I wasting my time and their time? Why wasn't I good enough to do it in half the time or a third of the time? So I figured out how, and the most important thing was asking for the business.